In the year 20XX AD, the world is at peace thanks to Mega Man. Dr. Wily's fourth attempt at world domination has failed, and his name has once again faded from the minds of the citizens of the world. A few months later, and what is that? That is currently plummeting towards the planet right now. I sure wonder. We got Mega Man in his normal human-like form, walking in the woods with his sister Roll, having a casual time until, whoa, who the heck is this dude? So, you're the famous Mega Man. I am Terra, and you will soon be my slave. Yeah, get out of the Roll. Alright, so, yep, nice dodge. So Rock is going to transform into his battle armor, in which he's known as Mega Man, and so far his attacks are doing no damage. Oh god. Whoa. What? My Mega Buster has no effect on him. Jeez, that looked like a strong attack too. Goodness. A few hours later, the world was attacked by warrior robots from space. And it looks like they're already blowing crap up, because what the heck is happening here? Jeez. Goodness gracious. And Mega Man finally reawakens from his unconsciousness. Where am I? Dr. Light found Mega Man and equipped him with the new Mega Arm, the most powerful weapon ever devised. Why have the Stardroids come here? I wonder. Yep, so it looks like we're about to see what the Mega Arm looks like. Whoosh! Very nice. Anyways, hey guys, what's up? It's Bronson5 here, and welcome back to my channel. So today, I am continuing my retrospective on the classic Mega Man series, in which I am going to be playing every single mainline game, with the exception of some spin-offs. And this time, I'm going to be covering Mega Man World 5, also known as Mega Man V in the West, which was released in 1994 for the original Game Boy. And you can already tell right now, but I am playing for this video I'm going to be playing a ROM hack / mod for this game that was made by yeah, it says on the bottom screen, it says it was made by Kenzu and Mark, and this is the DX version of the game, which has full, okay, gonna lower down the volume on PC. But yeah, so this ROM hack / mod displays the whole game in color. So now we get to see what everything looks like in color. We get to see these new Robot Masters color. We get to see what the Stardroids look like with their colors, as well as Mega Man's weapons, and as well as everything else. So yeah, and I will say this right now. This game is heavily underrated, and I actually consider this to be one of the best Mega Man games of all time. And as of as of today, or at least at the time of this video, it is currently my 4th favorite Mega Man game of all time. My favorite is Mega Man 4, second is Mega Man 8, and third is Mega Man 7. This game I would definitely classify as my 4th favorite of all time, because this game has a lot of unique ideas, many of which have not been revisited in later entries. So yeah, it's unfortunate. But yeah, so the reason I decided to play the fan-made DX mod for this game is not only because we get to see everything in color, unlike on the original Game Boy versions, but it also eliminates the lag, which was one of the main problems that I had with playing the which is the main problem that I have with playing the Game Boy Mega Man games, like this game as well as the first 4. And the main reason why I'm playing just 5 and skipping the first 4 is because the first 4 games while the first 4 games did have an original story and some new levels, they all pretty much just took the Robot Master stages from the NES games, the first 5 NES games. And Mega Man 6 was still being developed at this time, so they weren't able to incorporate any Robot Masters from that game into any of these games. So that's when Capcom decided to make an original game for the OG Game Boy. So that's the main reason why I've decided to cover this game next in the retrospective. So anyway, so I do want to get out of here. Hello? Okay, thank you. So anyways, we are going to start right here. Alrighty, so Dr. Light says right here, Mega Man, our world is once again in chaos. The alien robots called themselves Stardroids and have conquered most of our major cities. They are constructed of alien material which render our weapons useless. So yeah, that was proven in that cutscene there. But I have done some analysis and constructed a new weapon for you. It will replace your Super Mega Buster. Ooh, yep, that's sick. We also saw that in that cutscene too. It is called the Mega Arm, and it allows you to charge energy into your fist before you fire it. Very cool. Oh, and who's this? I have also created a new assistant for you. His name is Tango. Nice to meet you, Tango. I'm already liking him. I'll enhance this item replicator to make powerful items for you. Collect as many P-chips as possible and return to my lab to exchange them for power-up items. Good luck, Mega Man. Alrighty, let's go. Alright, so already some new ideas being introduced before we get to start the game. So yeah, so we got a new character in this game, and his name is Tango, as explained by Dr. Light. And it's kind of a shame that that character has not returned again in another game, aside from Mega Man 10, I think. If you play as Proto Man or Bass in that game, it's kind of weird, but yeah, he is gonna prove some usefulness. Throughout the game. Excuse me. But anyways, so here is the boss selection for the game. So this is a lot different from the past games, and this is similar to Mega Man 7 and 8, which only came out a few years after this game. Or actually, no, Mega Man 7 came out a year after this game, and then Mega Man 8 came out at like 96. But yeah. Anyways, so here are the Stardroids. We got Mercury, this is Mars, this is Venus, and this is Neptune. We're going to be taking on Neptune first because not only is his stage easy, but we're also going to be getting his weapon as well, which is actually one of the more powerful weapons in this game. Alright, so here we go. Alright, so first stage in this game. Alright, so just avoid all those enemies right here, and wow, okay, already into a mini boss. Okay then. Wow. And so we managed to take down that dude in mere seconds. So yeah, so here's the gameplay right here. So Mega Man pretty much plays exactly the same as he did in the previous games. He can still shoot, he can still slide, all that jazz. Yeah, and of course, as what was shown in those cutscenes there, he also got a new move, which was built into him by Dr. Light, in which he can essentially, so upon charging it, yeah, he can do just that. So the Mega Arm pretty much works like a rocket punch, to where what is it? The Buster will immediately come back after it's fired. So yeah, so this move is going to prove a lot of usefulness. Oh my god, that guy had time to respawn. There you go. So yeah, I love this. So it's pretty much, I think it's pretty much similar to Hardman's weapon from Mega Man 3, but only 10 times better. So yeah, it's gonna be super useful, and eventually later on in the game, you can actually get an upgrade to where it can actually grab you can actually get an upgrade later on in the game to where it can actually grab items. Since you can actually shoot it through wall. Since you can still shoot it through walls. Wow. Okay. That was my fault for turning around because that guy had enough time to respawn. Anyway, so pretty easy stage right here. Not too much trouble. Alright, so a bit of a waiting game right here. So yeah, we do have to pause right here to avoid getting hit by these gases. Okay, and another one. So once again, gotta wait and don't get too close though, because if they hit you, you will be sent flying. You will be knocked down. You will be knocked all the way down. So just gotta be super careful. So yeah, like I said, I am playing the ROM hack of this game. So yeah, I'm like, I will definitely put the link to this ROM hack in the description for this video, so that way you guys can try it out for yourselves. And yeah, and the first time I got to play this game as well as the other Game Boy games was through the 3DS's Virtual Console. I think around 2022. So yeah. And I actually managed to beat all of them actually. And this one and Mega Man 4 are my most favorites. So yeah, definitely underrated. Anyways, on to our first boss right here up against Neptune. So here we go. Alright, so he's always going to start the fight by jumping. And yeah, he does that move right there. He fires his salt water. Okay, and then, okay, he does do another attack, in which I feel like he might do at some point here. Let's see. Nope, okay, he still hasn't done it yet. Nope, okay, he didn't do it. But yeah, there is a move that he does to where, like, he jumps up and down, and he jumps up and down, and he causes a crap ton of salt waters to fall down on Mega Man. Yeah, thank God he didn't. Thank God he did not do that in that fight. And plus, in the original Game Boy version of this game, when he does that move, it causes a lot of lag. So it's really annoying. But anyways, by defeating him, we get, of course, the salt water. And this move, probably one of the more underrated weapons in the entire franchise, because the damage output of it is insane. So yeah, so it will be put to good use in this next stage. Alrighty. Alright, so we're gonna be taking on Mercury next. So he's not actually weak to Neptune, but our Mega Arm can still do a decent amount of damage to him. Alright, so here we go. Let's do this right here. Yeah, I love this new ability, and it's kind of a shame that this never returned in any future game. So yeah, so it's pretty much like in Mega Man 8, to where like that game has a swimming mechanic, but it's never been revisited in another game. So yeah, it is unfortunate. Anyway, I love this theme right here. God, I love this theme. It's so good. This game's soundtrack is pretty underrated. Like there's like a lot of this game's soundtrack that I absolutely adore. It's so cool. I manipulate that guy. Nice. Yeah, perfect. Already a pretty good run on this level. Alright, so be very careful on this part right here. And as soon as you kill that guy, just wait for this egg to that egg to pass by, and then just climb on down. Okay, I'm gonna charge my Mega Arm so that I can deal decent damage to that enemy there. And he apparently has Dustman's move from Mega Man 4. So yeah, it's pretty weird. Yeah, we do have to avoid it still. Alright, and first use of Salt Water right there. So you can pretty much kill enemies like that in a... Okay, so you can kill enemies like this in mostly 3 hits. And we're also gonna use it on these next few enemies, which are the Mets. So yeah, kind of a missed opportunity for Capcom to not put the the Game Boy games on any of the Legacy collections. However, they are currently on the Nintendo Switch Online. So yeah, so thankfully there is a legal way to play these games. But yeah, I would definitely recommend I would recommend playing the originals and then play this ROM hack. Okay. Careful right here. Ooh. pretty tricky part to get that E-tank. Alright, nice. First try. First try. Get out of here. Let's switch back. Will this kill? Okay, nice. Well, I tried to do that trick to where the Mega Arm can damage, can actually instantly kill an enemy every frame, but not always guaranteed. Anyway, here is Mercury. Here is Mercury. Alright, gotta watch out for that projectile, because if he hits, if that projectile hits Mega Man, it can actually steal his that projectile can actually steal some of Mega Man's items. I think it can steal his E-tank, some of his P-chips. So yeah, at least as far as I know. Yeah, so his main attack is that he will always form into these small glob things or whatever. And unfortunately, he is invincible while he does it. But yeah, and you're dead. Yeah, still an easy fight. Yeah, we did not even need his weaknesses. We did not need his weakness at all. Okay, fun fight, and wow, did I actually go through the stage? Actually, no, I didn't. I actually did take damage from that one enemy, but yeah, overall, fantastic run in this level. Love this theme, by the way. Anyway, so by defeating Mercury, we get his weapon called the Grab Buster. Also, I like how I also like how in this game, you know, similar to Mega Man 6 and Mega Man and Base, they actually show animation of Mega Man using the his newly acquired weapon. So yeah, I always love that about these games. Anyways, we're gonna be taking on Mars next. Oh yeah, and I should note that all of these Stardroids are named after actual planets. So yeah, I assume I know there's a reasoning for that. I just don't really remember all that much. But yeah, I probably should have looked into that before creating this video. But yeah, it's pretty interesting how these Stardroids are named after actual planets. So this next Stardroid that we're fighting right now is based on the actual Mars planet. So, yeah. Pretty interesting tidbit there. There we go. Right, pretty easy run here so far. Oh yeah, so if you shoot this enemy's missiles, they can actually drop some random goodies. So yeah, so this game has P-chips. So this game has P-chips and also has a shop system, which will later be brought into Mega Man 7, and onwards. However, this game, as well as Mega Man 4 on Game Boy, they have these P-chips, but in Mega Man 7 and onwards, they were changed to either screws or bolts. So yeah, so Mega Man 4 on Game Boy was the first game in the series to introduce this kind of mechanic. So yeah, so Dr. Light did say that we do need to collect these in order to get some upgrades. So yeah, always just figured I'd point that out for just in case if those might end up forgetting. Whoa, okay, shoot. Okay, I'm already forgetting about a lot of things here. Alright, get that guy out of the way. Yeah, be careful. Nice. Yeah, there's another enemy. Yep, get him out of the way. Alright, those guys will explode. Okay, of course he responds. No. Okay. Come on, dude, stay dead. Yeah, I gotta make sure they don't respawn, because like if you move a little bit far left, they will have enough time to respawn. Anyways, mini boss right here. Can I get this? Ready, and then use Mercury's weapon. There we go. So yeah, it is actually weak to the Grab Buster. So yeah, so that move does so what that move does is pretty much acts exactly as it does when Mercury used the weapon. So when you hit enemies with it, you can actually get their you can actually drain health from them, and then Mega Man can use it Mega Man can actually use it as his own. So yeah, it's pretty useful. Oh, nice! I managed to avoid that dude without taking damage. Alright, can I get this guy as well? Okay, I'll damage boost. That one's pretty tricky to kill quickly before he gets a chance to fire, unfortunately. Now I'll need some more. I will need some more energy for this weapon. Very nice. Oh wow, there's an enemy like this in Mega Man 7. Interesting, because we even had to fight a Big Mama version of it in Wily Stage 2. Interesting. Alrighty, and this guy again. Okay, so gonna use the same strat as before. Nice. What? Okay, there we go. I was about to get pretty mad if that missed. There we go. Time this just right. Get out of here. Get out of here. Nice. Whew, okay. Tricky. Alright, perfect. Now we're at the end of the stage. Oh, shoot. Okay, 2 ammo left. Alright, well, this is where this guy is going to come in handy, so I'm going to summon Tangle. So how you summon him, you hold the B button. I am playing this with a PS4 controller, but if you're playing this on an actual Game Boy or any other Nintendo console, you hold down on the B button to charge it, and then, yep, here he is, and he can attack enemies similar to B. Oh, wow. Managed to kill that dude so quickly. That was so hilarious. Man, I'll delve into more about him later on. Anyways, here is Mars, and he's weak to Neptune's weapon. Can I get this off? Shoot. Okay, nope. Okay, thank God. Managed to kill him before he can get into his invincible phase. I tried to pull up a strat where I can kill him quickly before he had a chance to fire his missiles, but well, it's not easy. I love this pose that he does right here. The way he holds up his Buster Cannon. Alright, so by defeating Mars, we get Photon Missile. So yeah, it's a pretty good weapon. My only issue with it is that it takes like maybe a second to start firing, like after Mega Man shoots it. But even still though, it does have a lot of uses. And it is the weakness of this next Stardroid named Venus, named after the planet of the same name. There you go. Yeah, pretty tricky stage right here, in which this is actually my least favorite of the first 4 Stardroids, because it has a lot of spikes. It has some enemies that would encase Mega Man inside. That would encase Mega Man inside a bubble. So yeah, here they are right here. Thankfully, they are weak to the They are weak to the Photon Missile. There we go. And I'm gonna do my best to save it for Venus himself. Oh my god, close. Yeah, so Mega Man controls a bit differently than he does in the SNES. I was about to say SNES. Mega Man controls a little differently than he does in the NES games. To where it just feels more like Mega Man 1, to where whenever he... Yeah, I think... okay, so... I'm trying to think of a better way to describe it, but like, oh my god, that was close. Yeah, Mega Man just feels like slightly heavier in these games. Like, probably even more so than in Mega Man 1, to where like in that game he would slide after he comes to a stop. So yeah, gotta keep that in mind though. Like whenever you're jumping and all that stuff. Ah, dang, okay. I was hoping I would that do without getting hit. I was actually supposed to shoot him so that he would split into miniature versions of himself, but I didn't do that for some reason. Poor muscle memory, but it's fine. Alright, use Tango to take out Not Storm Owl right there from Mega Man X4, and I'm gonna use him again here, so that I can climb up to grab those small E-tanks. Alright, come on, Tango, he's right here. Thank you. So yeah, so he's very similar so Tango is very similar to Beat in Mega Man 5, 6, and 8, to where he can attack enemies. And needless to say, I think Beat is kind of better at that since he can actually home in on enemies. And I think Tango still kind of does. But sometimes it's a little bit random on whether he immediately attacks the enemy or not, because like sometimes he'd often go in the opposite direction. At times. We got Eddie right there. He can still randomly dispense items. So yeah, same as in Mega Man 4, 5, and 6. But yeah, it's always completely random on whether Tango immediately attacks the enemy or not. So yeah, but either way though, I feel like many players tend to underestimate him and think he's useless and just never. I feel like a lot of players just think he's kind of useless and just think it's just kind of pointless. But the only reason they think that is that they just don't know how to utilize it well, because he's actually a lot better. He's actually a lot better than you think he is. Okay. I'm just trying to play it safe right there. But yeah, I gotta make sure not to get caught by this the sewer water thing, whatever it is, because it will push Mega Man. It will push Mega Man downwards, and I think it causes him to go through the platform, like go through the ground. I think so. Yeah, always best to avoid that. Nice. Okay, pretty tricky part with these bubbles right here, and these spikes as well. I kill that next enemy there. Nice. Okay, we'll need this. Okay, perfect. Nice, barely made that. That is a very tricky section. I think I managed to get that off. Okay, use more photon missile to get rid of this next enemy. Get out of here. Perfect. Alright, use Tango once again to get rid of this owl. Get destroyed. Nice. Slide jump still works. So it always helps out a lot. You just gotta time it well, and then you won't be able to mess up and fall into a pit. Alrighty, good run on the stage. So now we're about to fight up against Venus, and once again, he is weak to Mars' weapon. Here you go. Psh. Nope. Psh. Enough of their homing bubbles, dude. Oh my god, I'm already almost out. Alright, he's dead. Nice. Okay, it's a good thing that I managed to save at least a decent amount of energy for this guy. Yeah, so his primary attack patterns is that sometimes he will shoot bubbles that would try to home in on Mega Man, and other times he fires like these bomb bubbles, I believe. So yeah, that is what he did during that fight, and he's one of the few bosses in the franchise to where he can actually react to your attacks. So like if you try to shoot him, he will jump. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Anyways, by defeating him, we get the Bubble Bomb, which is another very underrated weapon in this game. Oh, and by beating him, you get the Rush Coil. Huh, well, that's a lot different than the previous games, to where like in Mega Man 3, 4, and 5, Mega Man has the rush coil at the start, but for some reason in this game and Mega Man 4 and I think also Mega Man 3 on Game Boy, you'd have to beat a certain robot master to earn the rush coil. I'm not sure why that needed to be changed. Anyway, head to stage select and face off against Terra again. Let's hope we stand a chance this time. Because man, he nearly killed Mega Man with that laser, that discount Gemini laser or whatever that was. Yeah, here's hoping we get our second round with that douche. Okay, so I wonder what this is right here. So we just entered a base of some sort. Is this Dr. Wily's? I wonder. That's strange. There's nothing here. Alright, let's see what's through this door. And nothing here. Oh! Here's Terra. It's been a long time, Mega Man. I didn't expect to see you in one piece again. But that is of little consequence now. I will destroy you as I did before and avenge my fallen comrades. Dark Moon, attack! Oh, whoa, okay. Oh my god, is this Yellow Devil? Wow, another Yellow Devil? Are you serious? This is literally the 4th one that we're fighting against. Oh goodness gracious. What is with Capcom's obsession with this dude? But anyways, so this version of Yellow Devil is called the Dark Moon, and he is weak to the photon missile. Nice. Okay, so it is possible to kill the Dark Moon in one cycle. My earphone was about to fall off. But yeah, it's possible to kill Dark Moon in one cycle. But in my case, I can merely kill him in 2 cycles. He's about to come back. 2, 3. Yeah, it's 3. Alrighty, and he's down. Wow. Okay, that is probably the second easiest Yellow Devil boss in the series. The other was the Green Devil in Mega Man 8. But yeah, that being said, this is literally the 4th version of the Yellow Devil that we fought. We fought the first one in Mega Man 1. We fought the Mark II version in Mega Man 3, and the green one in Mega Man 8. So yeah, jeez. Welcome back, Mega Man. I've just discovered some shocking news. The Stardroids have been using the resources from Earth to create an even powerful generation of robots. If they launch an all-out attack now, we'll be easily defeated. I'm not sure what to do. Dr. Light, we need to strike now. If you can transform Rush for space travel, we can try a surprise attack and wipe them out. He's thinking. Okay. I'll start modifying Rush and give him some extra firepower. This may take some time, so why don't you go exchange your P chips for items. Alright, so here's the shop, in which I didn't actually do until now. Alright, so what we got right here, so that is the small, so this is the small E-tank, which costs, I think, okay, so he says, collect 4 of these, and you will earn an E-tank. Okay, a little typo right there. He's supposed to say an E-tank, not a tank. Okay, weird. Yeah, so this costs 20 P chips. Alright, so we don't need this right now at the moment. Yeah, so we have this. So we have a total of how many? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so a total of 9. So for now, we are going to get this. Let's see. Dr. Light says, this is a power-up item for the Mega Arm. Once installed, you can grab and attack the enemy over and over. Okay, we do not need that. Yeah, that's 100. Pretty expensive. So no, we don't want that. We do not want that. We want this. This is a power-up item for the Mega Arm. Once installed, you can grab you can grab an item from far away. So yeah, so this one we will be needing for these next. This one will be needing for pretty much the rest of the game. So this costs 90 P chips. So, and yes, we want this item. We're also gonna be getting the we're also gonna be getting this too. You can you can totally recharge one of your weapons with this item. You need 30 P chips for this item. So, yeah, so this is a weapon tank. Yeah, I think Mega Man 5. Yeah, Mega Man 5 was the first to have this, but it was in the form of a M tank. So yeah, so we will be needing this because this next stage we're about to do. Can I leave, please? What? Yeah, no, I want to leave, dude. Please, Dad. Good luck, Mega Man. Thanks, Dr. Light. But anyways, I was about to say that this next stage that we're about to do has a Stardroid that will give us one of, if not the best weapon in the entire classic Mega Man series. And I cannot wait to execute that move a lot. And that'll be the main reason. That's gonna be the main reason why I am getting that weapon tank as well. Alrighty, so now we're now at the upper limits of space right now, and so just like in Mega Man 7 and 8, these new bosses will not appear until after you beat the first 4 bosses. So anyways, so this right here is Jupiter, this one is Saturn, this one is Uranus, and this is Pluto. So we're gonna be taking on Pluto next, as this is the guy who will give us one of the best moves in the entire game. And I like to think he's also named after the Disney character as well, who is Mickey Mouse's dog. Pretty interesting. Anyway, here's his stage right here. Alright, we're gonna use Rush Coil to jump over that dude because that guy hits like a truck. Like, he does a total of 8 damage, I think. So, yeah, so I am gonna do my best to not receive damage from that dude. So, yeah, cause like some of these enemies can like hit Mega Man really freaking hard. It's insane. Anyway. So it's hard to tell what area this place is in, but I'm gonna assume it's like some sort of I'm gonna assume it's some sort of a cave area of some sort. Alrighty. And onto this mini boss right here, in which it is weak to Neptune. Nice. And when I hear the name Neptune, I always think of that character from SpongeBob, which wasn't even a thing yet at the time this game's release. So yeah. Ah man, it's pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, first use of Venus's weapon right here. So this weapon can go upwards, and this weapon can go upwards, and if it touches a wall, it will cling onto said wall until it goes off screen. So yeah, very useful weapon. Especially against some air enemies. I will be needing some more energy for the salt water. Alright, we're gonna use Tango to take out this guy right here, since unfortunately I cannot jump over him. Come on, get him. Yes, there we go. Good cat, Tango. Alright, jump over him. Yeah, if you shoot that guy, by the way, he will explode. So, yeah, there are a lot of Mega Man enemies that that would often kill you by exploding when you kill them. So you gotta keep that in mind, because like they're a lot like the Bullet Bill enemies in Mega Man 1. So best to keep that in mind. Ready? So this mini boss is gonna show up again. So again, it is weak to salt water. Nice. Yeah, put in that work. Proto Man? Oh, it's Proto Man. He's in this game, and he gave us an extra life. And oh, okay, and he also gave us a secret passageway. And that's it. Okay. He doesn't even say a word. Okay. He doesn't. Wow, okay, I messed up that worst coil jump. Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. But I like how he shows up there, but doesn't even say a word. Okay. Anyways, we're about to face off against Pluto right here, and he is weak to Mercury's weapon. Dang it! I was about to shoot another one, but the game paused. The game paused when I was about to do it. Yeah, it's always a common occurrence for these games to where whenever you pick up health energy or health or weapon energy, the game will pause briefly until the gauge stops filling up. So that was what threw me off there. But yeah, I feel like similar to Mega Man 6, Proto Man is pretty much not gonna have much of a role. He's pretty much just there as a plot device or something. That's weird. Anyways, by defeating Pluto, we get Break Dash. So yeah, I'm gonna say right now, this move is absolutely the best weapon in the entire classic series, or hell, probably in the entire Mega Man franchise. I am not kidding. You are going to see how useful this move is. So we're going to put it to the test in this next stage, which is Jupiter. Alright, here we go. A rather pretty tricky stage, so I'm gonna try to see if I can get this off right here. Nice. Nice, so I'm gonna use it right here. Let's go. I'm gonna concentrate a bit. Alright, wait for him to fire. Dash right through him. Nice. Do it again. Let's go. I love that. So yeah, so upon activation, Mega Man will gain iframes. So yeah, very useful. It's a very useful move. Ah, dang. Well, I messed it up right there. Okay, that's my fault. But yeah, so yep, as what it implies, Mega Man can do a dash. So pretty much similar to the Tengu Blade in Mega Man and Base, only except upon activation, activation, or if it touches an enemy, Mega Man will Mega Man will gain iframes. So yeah, very useful. Wow, I am messing this up very badly. God dang it. Alright, it's fine. Yeah, it's a bit hard to do this cleanly with commentary, so this may require some concentration. And wow, and I already wasted most of that trying to get up those tricks there. Yeah, I was just trying to pull up what the speedrunners try to do. Jeez, and because I keep turning back so much, these enemies keep getting a lot of time to respawn. It's unfortunate. Shoot, yeah, this guy's gonna hit me, I fear. Okay, that worked. Alright, just in case, I'm gonna save state, because if I mess this up once more. So I guess I'm gonna say so this right here is exactly why I bought that weapon tank. Oops, I gotta switch to this. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna have to use it here too. Yeah, that enemy's attack is very hard to avoid. Nice, there we go. That's what I was trying to do right there. It's a very tricky strat, but yeah, it helps out a lot with avoiding some enemies. Alright, so I will use it again right here. Actually, just do this. So if you come into this room, it's Proto Man again. And what's he gonna give us? Oh, perfect. Okay, nice. Exactly what I needed. Yeah. So it's always random on which item. It's always completely random on which item Proto Man will. It's always completely random on which item Proto Man will give Mega Man. So it's pretty much similar to Eddie. It's pretty much similar to Eddie. So yeah, it's always going to be completely random, unfortunately. But yeah. So the number of items that he would normally drop is either an E tank, a weapon tank, health energy, weapon energy, and he can even drop this item which can actually refill all of Mega Man's weapons, and which can actually refill all of Mega Man's weapons, and I think that's the same one that appears in Wily Stage 4 in Mega Man 1, as well as one of the ones that Rush would deploy in Mega Man 8, which actually happened in Clown Man stage in that game. So yeah, but again, it is affected by RNG, so what you get is always decided at random, unfortunately. Alright, so I'm gonna get rid of this dude with Mercury. Right, can I get off this snipe right here? Don't respawn. Okay. Okay, I managed to avoid the blast at least. That requires some concentration. Nice. Alright, so we now have the upgrade to where the Mega Arm can now pull in items through walls. So yeah, gonna be super useful throughout the rest of the game. Yep, just like that. So it managed to grab that small E tank there. Nice. So yep, a super perfect upgrade for being able to reach stuff. My face. Nice. I'm literally just dashing through everything. This move is that OP. Sure, but unfortunately I'm all out of Neptune's weapon. Thankfully there is another weapon tank. Get out of here. Okay, so I will need this. Perfect. This theme is so good. Really so good. Alright, and some extra P chips right here. Alright, get rid of this dude. Yeah, I'll need some more of this just in case. Alright, perfect. Alright, so if you come right here, we get to find this. We get to find that extra gem right there. Which one will we need? I'll take more of this, and then some of Neptune's weapon as well. Alright, so we are going to use we're going to use our upgraded Mega Arm to grab this. Nice. So we will. So there are a total of 4 of those gems, and if Mega Man gets all 4, he can bring them to Dr. Light, and Dr. Light can make a power generator, which essentially acts as an energy saver. So yeah, it's gonna help out a lot because with that, we can use these special weapons with less energy. More on that later. Anyways, here is Jupiter. And he's similar to Shade Man in Mega Man 7, to where he's always flying at the top of the screen, and he will even try to dash down towards you, only except that he doesn't grab you and drain your energy. Yeah, very easy so far. Get out of here. And of course he is weak to Venus's bubble bomb weapon. So yeah, managed to kill him without taking damage once, because I am pro for the most part. It was a pretty bad stage for the most part, but yeah. Yeah, at least I managed to get off the break dash stretch by dashing through most enemies and getting past them with iframes. So, yeah, so I feel like that move is pretty much is basically an improved version of the charge kick from the NES Mega Man 5. Anyways, so by defeating Jupiter, we get the electric shock, which is another one of the best moves in this game. And I find it interesting how Mega Man uses his hand to fire rather than his buster, and because there's even artwork of him using the weapon with just his hand. I'll even place it on the screen. But yeah, it's actually pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, back to Dr. Light's lab. Dr. Light, I found this crystal on the planet. Okay, they're called crystals. My bad. You better analyze it. Let me see. Well, this crystal seems to be the energy source used by that planet's ancient civilization. With 4 of these, I can make an item that will reduce the energy consumption of your special weapons by half. I assume there are similar crystals like this on other planets too. Collect all 4 crystals and bring them back to the lab. Good luck. So yep, exactly as I mentioned earlier. So yeah, by collecting all 4 of those crystals, he will be able to build a device which will allow Mega Man to use them for less energy. Alright, so we're going to be taking on Uranus next, which is also a fairly easy stage. But even still, I will try to lock in for this one. There you go. Gonna start out by using the Brick Dash. Love that. And I like to think that this move is the inspiration of the Speed Burner from Mega Man X2, where X can also do a boost type move, and it makes him he's invincible during it as well. So yeah, pretty sick stuff. Alright, so we got this mini boss right here, and it's weak to Jupiter's weapon. Ow. There we go. Nice. Alternatively, you can use the Mega Arm to damage it, but I think using Jupiter's weapon is faster. So that's why I decided to do him next after Pluto. Like, get that dude out. Man, so it's really interesting to see the weapon colors on Mega Man in this game, because you weren't actually able to in the original Game Boy version. So, good stuff. I use Rush Coil to avoid that guy. Alright, yeah, okay, so I'm gonna have to get Eddie to spawn in weapon energy. Yes, so we will need some for probably this, since salt water does consume a lot of ammo. I think it uses 2 points of energy, I believe. Yeah, best to keep that in mind. Ready? Destroy that dude. I use Rush Coil to get up here. Okay, do not get too close. Yes. Need to make sure. Destroy this thing. Oh my god. Yeah, those enemies can be pretty annoying sometimes, because if your shots miss them, then yeah, if your shots miss, then there's a chance that they can screw you over a lot. So gotta make sure that doesn't happen. Yes. Ready, and we're gonna break dash through these blocks and get the second crystal. Very nice. Where? Perfect. Oh boy, this part. Okay. Can I get this off? Oh wow, okay, he missed, thank god. Oh, thank god. That is a very tight jump. Thank god I managed to get that off. I'm gonna try to get this. Perfect. Alright. Break dash to this dude. Nice. Yeah, I should note that the this weapon doesn't actually trigger until Mega Man lands on the ground. So best to keep that in mind. Yeah, perfect. Yeah. Oh my god, I just love using this. I love abusing those iframes with that weapon. Oh my god, Capcom knew exactly what they were doing when they came up with this weapon. And kill this guy with Jupiter's weapon once again, and slide under that discount Donkey Kong. And thank God that's the last time those monkey enemies appear in this game, because they can be pretty treacherous sometimes. Hey. Wait, use that Neptune. Okay, thank God he didn't fire. Perfect. Ready? Last stretch. Break dash. Break dash again. I love this move too much, dude. It's so fun to use I always love the fact that you can literally just use the iframes after, upon usage. Anyway, so here is Uranus right here, and he is actually weak to Pluto's weapon. So yeah, the only thing you gotta watch out for is that he's always jumping throughout. Yeah, he's always jumping throughout the fight, which can mess up Mega Man's momentum. So yeah. So that move that he just did right there is a lot similar to Guts Man from Mega Man 1. So I'm assuming that the weapon that we're about to get right now is pretty much basically the super arm. But yeah, let's find out here. Yep, exactly as it shows here. So yep, this move, which is called the Deep Digger, literally functions the exact same as the super arm from Mega Man 1. The only difference is that instead of standing next to a block, Mega Man instead has to stand on top of a block so that he can throw it. But yeah, it's literally the same ability from Mega Man 1. The only difference is that he has to stand on top of a block instead of in front of it. But yeah. And unfortunately, as cool as that move is, it's probably not going to be useful because it does require needing blocks in order to use the weapon. So yeah, it is what it is. Alright, so before we do that last Robot Master, before we do Saturn, we're gonna revisit Pluto's stage. So that we can get the crystal, because there is one in this stage as well. Alright, dash through that dude. So yeah, we do have to do some backtracking, unfortunately. So it's pretty much similar to an Shade Man stage in Mega Man 7, so you'd have to do a revisit on that stage after beating him, of course. Yes, okay, I have enough Neptune energy. Alright, so this one you need Uranus's weapon, so that way we can come down here. And yep, and there is the third crystal, which kind of looks like a Chaos Emerald from the Sonic series. Very interesting, I might add. This game unintentionally predicted the Sonic and Mega Man Archie Comics crossover. I wonder why that could be. Alright, so pick this up so that I can get the so that I can get this P chip. Ish. And might as well just play through the whole stage, and I'm hoping that Proto Man will give us an S tank, so that it can refill all of our special weapon energies, if possible. Not guaranteed though, because again, it's affected by RNG. So what you get is always decided at random. And yeah, I'll need this just in case. Break dash to this dude. So use the iframes. And him as well. I love that move so much. Like that, like the break dash is literally the break dash is literally an improved version of the charge kick from NES Mega Man 5. Because like I think I even said in I think I even said in my video on that game, but my main issue with the charge kick is that if Mega Man stops near an enemy, he will take damage. Wow, I missed it there. If Mega Man stops near an enemy, he will take damage. So yeah, so this is literally I feel like this weapon is literally the most improved version of that one from that game. Yeah, I love this. Yeah, so yeah, Protoman's gonna show up here again, and can he give us the S tank, please? He better give us one. Yes, there we go. We got it. Okay, so that's the exact same item that was in Mega Man 1 and Wily Stage 4. Is it perfect? Thanks, Protoman. You are the goats. Yeah, I should say though, Protoman does not have any lines of dialogue in this game. So yeah, he's literally just there, just to open up new pathways for Mega Man, and yeah, that's just it. So it's like they didn't know what to do with him in this game. Thank God in Mega Man 7 and 8 thank God in Mega Man 7, 8, and base he had a much larger and prominent role. Thank goodness. Alrighty, so now that we got that crystal, now we're gonna tackle the final Stardroid, and this is Saturn, named after the planet of the same name, and also has probably my second favorite track in this game. Yeah, take this. Because I think overall my favorite track of this game is Mercury Stage, but this one is also very goated as well. Alright, so interesting thing about this stage, so it's got a gravity gimmick, which I don't think was implemented ever again in another game until Mega Man 04 in Mino Magnus' stage in that game. So yeah. So I think this is one of only 2 Mega Man games to have this mechanic. The other is that stage from Mega Man 04. Okay. And yes, I will be tackling the Zero series in this retrospective as well. I do need to get through this, then the X series, and then that series. Anyway, so right here is the final crystal. So yeah, you would normally need to use Uranus's weapon to reach that, but nope, we can just do this. So no need for that. Okay, go down here. And how many P chips do I have? 270? Okay. So just take these once just in case, if we can. Come on. I know I can reach that. Oh my, come on. I know I can reach that. I can't reach that. What the fudge, dude? Okay, we'll just move on. I cannot reach that. I managed to get that before, but I'm guessing you have to do that with proper precision. It's fine though. I'm not gonna waste any more time on that. Wow. Okay. That was a terrible idea right there. I don't know why I thought that would work. Alright, so now this time the gravity. So now this time it says 2G, and which I think means 2. Yeah, it says 2G. I think it means like 2 lower gravity. I don't freaking know. Yeah. So because of that, your gravity is is lowered, of course. So that's why. When Mega Man jumps, or if he's using weapons like the salt water, they will drop down quickly. So yeah. So when it says 0.5G, he can jump high. Like his gravity will be higher, and when it says 2G, his gravity will be lower. So yeah, so with this, we gotta time our jumps. Okay, yeah, just kill that with Neptune. Okay. Precision platforming right here. Nice. So yeah, it's pretty cool how they brought back that gimmick in Mega Man 04. Yeah, Okay. Well, unfortunately, I cannot avoid that because if I end up getting one of the items that Eddie dispenses, he won't respawn again. Unfortunate. I get rid of this dude with Venus's weapon. Alright, careful right here. Alright, perfect. Ooh, pretty tricky part right there. Oh yeah, by the way, you gotta make sure to kill those guys quickly because if they actually, you gotta kill those guys quickly because if they do that, so like if you hear them blink, like if they actually, if they start blinking, they will start slowing down time or something like that. It's hard to describe that, but yeah, gotta make sure to kill them quickly before they slow down your movement. Anyway, here is Saturn right here. And he is weak to Jupiter's weapon. Oh my god! And this attack I don't know how to avoid. Like that stupid Flashman move that he would always do. Oh my god! Stop doing that. Yeah, this move I don't know how to avoid. Unfortunately, thankfully his bullets miss completely. But yeah, it's annoying. And he's overall the third boss in this series to freeze time. The first was Flashman in Mega Man 2, and the second was Brightman in Mega Man 4. Yeah, easy fight. So yeah, his other main attacks are that whenever he throws his ring, he will slide. You know, similar to Shadow Man in Mega Man 3. So yeah, you gotta react quickly to that. Anyways, by defeating him, we get the Black Hole, and as what was shown there, it can suck in enemies and kill them. And we also get the Rush Jet as well. So I think how that move, exactly how that move works. So like, so Mega Man would spawn a ball above his head, and then it would just suck enemies right into that vortex ball thing right there, whatever, or probably just a black hole, you know, going by that name. But yeah. Anyways, so we are going to go to Dr. Light's lab, and I should warn you, this is your last chance at purchasing items from Dr. Light's lab because the second you move into the Wily stages or Stardroid, okay, like the game's gonna eventually say later on, but the second you reach these next set of stages, you won't be able to access Dr. Light's lab again. So this is literally our last chance of getting some of these items. Alrighty, so we are gonna get some more weapon tanks because these will be needed for the last few stages. So I'm gonna get at least 4 of them. There we go. I guess so. I think we managed to get all 4. And I think this is Energy Balancer. With this item, the weapon with the least amount of energy will be refilled automatically when you pick up a weapon capsule. Ooh, okay, that's a little too much. Okay, I'm probably gonna have to pass up on this one because I do want to save. The rest for the E tanks. Yeah, that one's 100 P chips. So. Shoot, no, I didn't mean to hit that one. Yeah, I already know I have enough of that. I might as well get this too, yeah. So just save the rest for these E-tanks. Because these next few stages are pretty difficult. Okay, I have enough of that already. Okay, I have enough E-tanks. Alright, might as well just get this done. This power generator was made from the 4 crystals you brought back. The power generator will reduce the amount of energy your special weapons use by half. No P-chips are required for this item, only the crystals. So yep, it is free. The only free item in this game. Alrighty, and we are all done. Thanks once again, Dr. Light, the best dad, or one of the best dads ever. Alrighty. Now let's finally fight off against Terra here. I finally destroyed all the space stations. Is that Terra again? Yep, here he is. He's here once again. And I'm just now noticing, why does his armor look like a Saiyan armor from the Dragon Ball series? It literally looks like it, like with the shoulder pads and everything. You fool, Mega Man! You have meddled with my plan for the last time. We could have created a new world for all robots. How can I face my master now? I must redeem myself by blowing you to pieces. Now we're going to fight against this guy for real. So thankfully we got these conveniently placed Uranus blocks, which means we can use his weapon to damage him. You gotta watch out. Yep, that's the same move that he almost killed Mega Man with. And wow, okay, so that homes in, so very difficult to avoid. Oop. Dang it, oh my, yeah, that's a very hard attack to avoid. Damn. And I hit that move too, to where he can literally freeze you. Don't matter though, we managed to beat his ass. So yeah, no big deal either way. Not even Terra is a match for the powerful blue bomber. Alright, so we got his weapon. Ooh, Mega Man didn't. So we got Mega Man in an interesting color right there. And we got the Spark Chaser, in which unfortunately not going to be using probably for the rest of the game until a certain Stardroid is weak to it. Alright, so Mega Man says that he defeated all of the Stardroids, and what's that star? Wait. It's moving. No! It can't be. Wily? Yeah, who could have seen this coming? Of course Wily is behind this. Yeah, he obviously is behind this, Mega Man. Like, it's literally no surprise at this point. Oops. That was close. Is he about to blow up the planet that we're on right now? Hit the jets, Rush. Let's go. Alright, here we go. Alright, so I think the stage right here is called Rush Space. And yeah, and this is similar to Tengu Man stage, as well as Wily Stage 2 and Mega Man 8. And yeah, this is an auto-scroller. And part of this kind of reminds me of kind of reminds me of Star Fox, to where you're always driving through space and stuff. And I guess it's also similar to Sky Chase Zone from Sonic 2. Anyways, alright, so we gotta get rid of these annoying guys right here, because sometimes okay, thankfully only two of them show up at once. Get rid of them. Get out of here. Okay, here's the last one. Come on, get over here. Very nice. Ready? So on to the second part of this level. So we gotta avoid these ginormous lasers being shot by Wily, of course. And now we're about to face off against the boss for the stage. Here we go. Can we get this off? Okay, hit it 3 times, and then he's gonna launch his homing missiles at us. Okay, nice. Managed to avoid them. Fires laser again. Yeah, he's gonna fire his homing bullets, which we can't avoid as well. Okay, should be the last stretch, so you can kill this thing in 3 cycles. You're down. Let's freaking go. Alrighty, and now we're gonna go inside. And now this is where we can do these space stages. Whatever they're called. I don't know. But either way. Dash through that guy. So we can get use of break dash. We can literally just dash through these enemies like they are nothing. And what happens if I go in here? Let's see. So get rid of those blocks and then break dash through those right there. Okay, so it leads to this. I'm just holding it down just in case there's something. Dash through that guy. Whoa, what? Get out of here, but who is this? I recognize this guy. I think his name is Anchor, who was in Mega Man World 1, which is actually, I believe in the US it's called Dr. Wily's Revenge. So I think he was the main antagonist. He was the main antagonist of that game, and there are statues of him. Are we gonna be fighting against him? There's no way he's back, right? Wow, there's one right here. Let's see. Oh, we are fighting against him. What? Okay then. I'm pretty sure Mega Man destroyed this guy in that game, right? How is he back? Really weird. But anyways, I don't exactly know what he's weak to, but the Mega Arm does actually do a decent amount of damage to him, so we're just gonna stick with that for the whole fight. Nice. Wow. He was piss easy right there. Like, what the fudge? So I'm assuming this game's boss rush is similar to the one in Mega Man 1, I think. To where you fight off against them after going through different sections of these levels, I think. At least I think that's what they were intending. We'll have to see here. Okay, I was trying to press the options button on my PS4 controller to avoid wasting energy for the break dash, so that I can use this. Oop, okay, go back a little. Wow, okay. Let's try again. Oh, come on. Really, dude? Okay, well, making me waste my shots. Okay, whatever. I'll just break dash through him. He's already pissing me off. Wow, and who's that? Oh, it's this guy, Quint, from Mega Man 2 on Game Boy. So he's back as well. And fighting with his pogo stick. Jeez. Yeah, so this is literally his main attack. So he tries to jump towards Mega Man's location, which thankfully Mega Man can just dodge by sliding. Yeah, I don't know what his weakness is, but he is primarily. I don't know what his weakness is, but the Mega Arm can also do a good amount of damage to him as well. And yeah, he was taken out very easily as well. What is the point of those guys coming back? Anyway, just slide through here and strike dash through that bird enemy. Actually, I'm gonna go down here. Oh yeah, we're gonna use this. Okay. Okay, never mind. Okay, so the Spark Chaser is actually like more useful than I give it credit for. I'm gonna regret saying that earlier. when we actually got that weapon. Ready? We got these guys returning from Mercury stage. I'm gonna do this right here. Nice. Perfect. Another trick that I learned from speedrunners right there. Ow. Oh my god, okay. I don't even know what happened there. Weird. Whoosh! Out of my face. I'll just wait for him to pass. Break dash. Nice. Na, na, na. And who's this dude? I believe this is the one from Mega Man 3 on Game Boy. And yep, it is! I don't remember his name, unfortunately. But yeah, he was the main antagonist of that game. So wow, they literally they really brought back a lot of these Mega Man killer villains. I think that's what they're called. Yeah, so he attacks by throwing his ball at you. I know that's a weapon that Mega Man gets in that game. I just don't remember the name. I just haven't played that game in a while. But anyways, so just gonna fight him with just our plain old dude. There we go. And no damage too, for the most part. So I'm guessing this means we're also gonna fight against Ballade from Mega Man 4 on Game Boy as well. And he was a very tough boss in that game to fight against, as many of his attacks were very tough as balls to avoid. Oh, here he is right here. Yep, there are statues of him too. So yep, we're very likely fighting him next. And also seeing these random statues of them in this space castle kind of reminds me of how Wily had Golden Gutsman statues in Wily Stage 4 in that game. Anyway, here is Ballade. And I actually didn't know he was in I actually did not know he's in a he has a purple color palette, which I find to be pretty interesting. Okay, so he's just gonna jump around a lot, so I am using the break dash I am using the break dash to abuse the iframes to avoid getting hit by his attacks. So I'm gonna use a weapon tank so that I can have some more ammo. Get away, dude. Bro, it's just jumping all over the place. Nice. Alrighty, easy fight. Because unfortunately, Mega Man did not have a move in Mega Man 4 on Game Boy that would let him cheese bosses like that with his iframes. So yeah, so you just gotta rely on precision and skill. Right, and now here is the proper boss rush that has been a thing since Mega Man 2 and onwards. So yeah, literally no different. So at this point, just gonna resort to using the I used the wrong weapon. Using the boss's weakness and just demolish them. And go away, homing bubbles. And why do I get the feeling that this is where they got the idea for Infinity Bajinian? This is where they got the idea for Infinity Bajinian's boss in Mega Man X6, to where he also fires homing bubbles that would track you. Jeez. Yet another interesting connection between the classic and X series. Anyways, up against Jupiter again. He is okay. So he is actually weak to this weapon. And one more hit. And goodbye. Very nice. Alright, next up is Mars. Yep, okay. Alright, so he's weak again to he's weak again to Neptune's weapon. Alright, nice. I managed to beat him quickly, just like before. Even if he hits me, it doesn't matter. It don't matter either way. Alright, this one is Saturn. And again, he is weak to Jupiter. Alright, jump when he slides. He's gonna do this stupid move again. And wow, he missed completely, you idiot. You missed completely, you freaking idiot. Goodness. Okay, maybe it's not as bad as it seems. But if you're a speedrunner though, then if there's a chance he does that move, then be prepared to run into a lot of time loss. Anyway, here's Neptune, and he's actually weak to the Spark Chaser actually. Pretty interesting actually. So it's pretty crazy that you won't actually have access to a Stardroid's weakness until this very boss rush, which I find to be pretty interesting. I don't think that's the case for every other game we've showcased up to this point. Alright, here's Pluto. Alright, and we're just gonna use this. He is weak to Mercury. Also, he can cling onto walls long since before Mega Man X can. What the fudge, dude? And I know Sword Man also does that in Mega Man 8, but very briefly before he drops a giant statue on Mega Man. But still, another interesting connection between the classic and X series. Alrighty, so here's Mercury once again. He is actually weak to Saturn's weapon. So shoot! Oh my god! Okay, thank God he missed, because otherwise he would have taken away either one of my E tanks or weapon tanks. Okay, I'm just gonna hit him with the Mega Arm until he's low on health. Alright, so just avoid his just avoid these glob things that he morphs into. Alright, so now I'm gonna switch to Saturn's weapon. Slide. And I'm gonna do this. Get out of here. Very nice. Yeah, I haven't even used that weapon once until now. I know that weapon has some uses, but yeah, I don't really use it often, unless if I really have to. Except for that instance, for example. Anyway, here's Uranus once again. So again, weak to Pluto. Yeah, it should be noted you cannot perform the break dash while due to Uranus's constant stomps. He actively prevents Mega Man from getting off the move, so I guess it makes sense to how it was designed, I guess. Alrighty, and on to the last stretch. So we will need some of these. And some of this, some of break dash as well, and yeah, okay, these are the only two weapons I will be needing for the rest of the action. No, we'll need this as well, because there is actually a trick that you can perform in this fight actually, but that's actually in the third phase. Anyway, I'm gonna take this long fall down. Why is this such a long fall? What? Oh, Proto Man. Yep. Okay, he's gonna show up here. Hey again, dude. Oh, E-Tank, but we didn't need that because we already have all 4 E-Tanks. But thankfully, he also opened up another pathway for us, which will lead to Dr. Wily himself. Whoa. Oh, he's got a giant fist now. Like literally an iron fist or something. But anyways, okay, just wait for the right moment and then move, and then he is weak to Neptune's weapon. Okay, move. So yeah, you gotta hit the eye with the salt water. Ah, wow, okay, that weapon hit right there if I didn't miss. Alright, move. Nice, wow, easy. Super easy. Wait, I think he has a second hand. Yeah, he's got to have a second hand. There's no way he's using one hand. Come on, why you show yourself, dude? Stop taking your sweet ass time. There it is. There's the right hand. The one that was attacking us earlier was the left hand, and this one moves a lot faster. Oh god. Okay, literally the same, only except that he fires a missile this time. Okay, I'm gonna lock in. Dang it. No, no, oh my god, oh my god. That's scary, that's scary. Ouch, okay, he got me, that's fine. He got me. Okay, one more hit. Get out of here. So now we destroyed his right hand. Alright, I don't think it's over yet. Alrighty, here is the third phase of this fight. And I'm going to try out this glitch here. Okay, so use break dash to trigger the iframes and then do this. Shoot, okay. Use my energy tank. Fortunately, it's not an easy trick to get off. Oh my god, come on. Oh my god. God dang it, Wily. Why are you giving me a bad pattern, dude? No, please hit, please hit, please hit. There we go. Okay. I should have saved state, dude. I did such a terrible job at getting off that glitch, but thankfully by doing that glitch you can actually skip the fourth and fifth phases. Its Nova weapon will destroy you. And who's this? Sunstar, destroy Mega Man. Oh. What? You fool! How dare you attack the mighty Dr. Wily! Dang. First time Wily gets betrayed? And not the final boss? That's unusual. You are Mega Man. I am Sunstar, the Doomsday Weapon. I must destroy all inferior life forms. Okay then, I definitely was not expecting that. So, first time in the entire series, as far as I know, that Dr. Wily is not the final boss, but another antagonist is. That's pretty interesting. So anyways, so this guy that we're fighting here is Sunstar. And he's primarily a difficult fight. Wow, okay, he's already using the abilities of the other Stardroids. So yeah, definitely makes a lot of sense. He is pretty powerful. Wow, I died there. I didn't pay attention to my health. Okay, let's try again, and this time I'm gonna lock in. So I'm gonna use break dash to trigger the iframes. Alright, avoid those. I think that's Neptune's weapon right there. Alright, he's gonna send us down. Oop. Again, that is Pluto's weapon right there. God, this move is so useful. Okay, he sent us down once again. What's he gonna do? He's gonna spin attack. Wait, okay. Okay, use this. Nope. Okay, thank God. Yeah, so the move that he was about to do right there is a discount Rain Flush from Mega Man 4, in which it is a screen nuke and it is completely unavoidable. So gotta make sure to shoot him before he gets a chance to do that. And he's down. Wow, easy fight. Are you okay? Here. Grab my shoulder. I'm sure you can be fixed at Dr. Light's lab. Mega Man. Why?
Why are you helping me?
Because we are both robots.
Yes. And we were both created to fight.
No, you're wrong. I only fight when I am forced to protect the world from those who would pit machines against man. I believe humans and robots can live in peace.
Maybe, but I will never know. My fusion reactor is going critical, and when it does, it will destroy this entire fortress.
Sunstar.
Leave now.
Oh, dang. Is he gonna explode? Oh, jeez. Well, we better get out of here. But yeah, it's kind of interesting how he it's kind of interesting how he portrayed Dr. Wily, just like how Dr. Eggman would always be portrayed. You know, either by one of his own creations or a random monster that he tries to use for his own benefit of conquering the world. Dramatic finish! Dragon Ball FighterZ reference right there. Yep, say goodbye to Sunstar. It's kind of a shame that he had a very small screen time. And also, his fight, by the way, is underrated. Yeah, I think this is one of the only Mega Man games where Dr. Wily is not the final boss. Interesting. And in fact, I think this is one of the few Mega Man games in the franchise to where, you know, a villain like Dr. Wily is not a final boss, but another character is. Another game that I know that did this was Mega Man X8, where instead of Sigma being the final boss, it was Lumine. Pretty interesting. But anyways, that was it for Mega Man V on the original Game Boy. And I gotta say, I love this game. It is my 4th favorite Mega Man game of all time. Like, this game has a very, very compelling story. I love the fact that Dr. Light gave Mega Man a new move, the Mega Arm, in which you know, pretty much essentially which is essentially a rocket punch type move, you know, similar to characters like Android 16, to where, like, you know, you fire the rocket fist and then, you know, it comes back. And especially some of the weapons, like Break Dash. Like, Break Dash is what? Who shot? Oh, Wily, come on, dude, you're still around. Wily? You survived? How did he survive that?
Curse you, Mega Man. This war begins now.
Oh, wow. Wow, he just falls on his ass. And then he goes, "Please forgive me again." This is literally how many times now? Literally the 9th time he's done this. Jeez. Actually, no, more than that, actually. I think he did this in the previous Game Boy games, so essentially, how many times? 12th time, technically? If these games are even canon, because I did read on the Mega Man Wiki that this game actually takes place before the events of Mega Man 6, which is why that game was currently in development at the time. But anyways, like I was saying, but yeah, I love this game. It's one of my favorites. I love Mega Man's new Rocket Punch ability, and the special weapons in this game. Like, some of the special weapons in this game are some of the best in the series. Like, the salt water is great. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention this, but the salt water is actually similar to the water balloon from Mega Man 8. You know, they're both water type weapons, and can also do a lot of damage. The bubble bomb is really good. The bubble bomb is also very good. I also love Uranus's dig deeper, but mainly the best weapon in the game, Break Dash. Like upon activation, or if Mega Man collides with an enemy as he activates the move, he grants invincibility frames, which can be used to evade enemies and their attacks. So yeah, I'm honestly happy that I managed to get. I'm honestly happy I managed to get that off of a lot in this video. Like you saw, before we beat Jupiter stage, I managed to get past that space sniper Joe with my iframes. So yeah, very useful. Thank you for playing, presented by Capcom. Good stuff. So yeah, so because I am playing this game on an emulator. Well, technically the ROM. I am playing this ROM hack through an emulator, so we won't be able to view the database or anything. And I'm especially not gonna pull up some extensional sources, you know, like the Mega Man wiki. So yeah. So unfortunately, this is all I'm able to show you guys. So yeah, so that is it for Mega Man V. Really enjoyed this game. I don't know how long this video is gonna be. Probably up to an hour or so. But yeah. So everybody in the comments, feel free to leave your thoughts on this game. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Do you think it's one of the best? I'd love to know. And I will put the link. So if you wanna play this ROM hack / mod or whatever you want to call it at this point, I will link it in the description. I will link it below in the description. Yeah. Anyways, so that is it for my video on Mega Man 5 for the OG Game Boy. So yeah. So the next game I will be covering in my classic Mega Man retrospective will be Mega Man: The Wily Wars for the Sega Genesis, and then after that, we are going back into the mainline games, starting with Mega Man 9. So anyways, hope you guys are having a good day, night, evening, depending on which time zone you're in. And I will see you all in my next video. So peace out, take care, and stay safe.
It seems it's just out of